These past couple of weeks have been super interesting for the Fallout franchise. As you might know, Bethesda has been celebrating the 25th anniversary of Fallout. They've done some cool things, said some cool things, nothing like announce a new game or a remaster for Fallout 3 or New Vegas, nothing earth-shattering like that, but they've had some small celebrations here and there. Cool thing that they've done is bring together the original creators of Fallout for a video. That was pretty cool. That's on their YouTube channel. But you know who else has also talked about Fallout thanks to these 25th anniversary celebrations? Obsidian. Obsidian, not on just one occasion, but on two occasions, have made comments about the Fallout franchise that we need to talk about, because I genuinely think it could mean that eventually they're going to make another Fallout game. In my opinion, it's gotten to the stage where they're so comfortable talking about this stuff publicly, it's more of a matter of when, not if. Now, I could be wrong in this. It could never happen, right? And I still want BGS. I still want you to make another Fallout game. But I've said on record that if there is any other developer that should be making another Fallout game just to give us something until Fallout 5, it probably should be Obsidian. But let's talk about all this in today's video. All the sources are linked in the description below. My name is Alone Vault Wanderer. If you're new here, please like the video. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you can, but let's get to the content. So where did this all start? Again, it was during the 25th anniversary celebrations of the Fallout franchise. And on October 11, Obsidian tweeted out this. They said, "Happy 25th anniversary to the original Fallout, a franchise whose roots helped form us and a world we truly love. And before anyone asks, our plates are pretty full right now, so no." And they did a little kissing emoji. You're being cheeky here, Obsidian, but I loved this tweet. I didn't want to make a whole video just based on this one tweet. I was very tempted to, but I love this tweet because they knew if they were to tweet anything about Fallout, and they have absolutely every right to, okay, damn it. But if they were to tweet anything about Fallout, even during the celebrations, you know full well what people are going to say in that comment section. So this was their cheeky way of getting on top of it. I love it. You know, beautiful work in social media management and community management. But even regardless, you could obviously guess what the responses were by people in the comments. People still want Obsidian to obviously make another Fallout. Now, it's very clear that Obsidian, they're a busy studio. It's not like they've got nothing on. They got a lot on their plates, okay? Grounded, Avowed, Outer Worlds 2. Like, they've got a lot on the horizon. So even if Bethesda Game Studios hypothetically wanted them to make another Fallout, that's still not coming, I reckon, for another 5-6 years. We are still so far away from the next new Fallout game, in my opinion, that honestly, is it even worth having these discussions right now? Probably not, but we're going to do it anyways, damn it. So that's the reality. But here they didn't again, I was tempted not to make a video because they didn't even confirm that they wanted to make another Fallout. Of course, it was implied a little bit, but they didn't suggest anything of the kind, right? But then, now I'm going to swap to this article, okay? Because Obsidian's co-founder, Fergus Urquhart, he was interviewed, again as part of the Fallout 25 celebrations, by DualShockers, okay? I will link this article in the description below. The article says the following. In a recent chat with DualShockers, Obsidian co-founder Fergus Urquhart revealed his studio's ongoing interest in Fallout. Earlier this year, rumors began to swirl that prolific RPG and apparently survival game developer Obsidian Entertainment was looking to return to the Fallout series. Obsidian previously made Fallout New Vegas in 2010, which in the years since its release has come to be held up by many as the best Bethesda-era Fallout game. Now, speaking with DualShockers to celebrate Fallout's 25th anniversary, Obsidian founder Fergus Urquhart shared his thoughts about the possibility of the studio making another Fallout game. While Urquhart didn't give away specifics, he did reveal that Obsidian would love to return to the series. So this is the specific bit that's the most interesting, right? When asked about whether Obsidian would welcome the opportunity to work on a new Fallout game, Urquhart responded assertively. Not just responded, this man responded assertively. Of course, if we ever got the opportunity to make another Fallout game, we'd make it. There's not even a question of whether or not we would do it. It's just, will the opportunity arise, he said. quote, "I hung out in Interplay for probably an extra year because I wanted to work on Fallout more. I love Fallout." So, Mr. Fergus, he was pretty blunt in this comment. Like, is essentially saying, yes, like, I want to work on another Fallout. We at Obsidian want to work on another Fallout. It's in their blood. It's in their DNA. I truly hope that it does come true one day. But that's what he's saying. We want to, not saying that there's actually an opportunity on the table or that it's happening 100%. They're still very busy, as I alluded to before, and as per their tweet before. But if they were given another chance, they would absolutely do it. So is it going to happen? All right, there's clearly interest on Obsidian's side. And the question definitely has to go back to Bethesda's side, and specifically Bethesda Game Studios. Would Bethesda Game Studios allow the Fallout franchise to be developed again by another studio? Because ever since they acquired the Fallout franchise and created Fallout 3, it's really been them. And there's some small, exemptions, of course. Fallout New Vegas, Obsidian, that's the big one here. Also, Fallout 76, they have a new studio, Double 11, and I believe another studio or two as well, external studios. They have different studios working on that game as well. Now, I think Fallout 76 is a little bit different, all right? I don't think you can kind of compare that to, a new studio or a different studio working on a standalone Fallout game like Obsidian did with Fallout New Vegas. I still think that's a huge jump and a big decision for Todd and the team at Bethesda Game Studios to make. So I don't think that's necessarily indicative of BGS being like, you know what, we're happy for another studio to work on another Fallout game. But maybe the wheels are turning. Maybe BGS is like, you know what? We understand that we're busy. We don't have enough time to work on Fallout 76 like we used to, right? That's why we're bringing in studios like Double 11 and others to work on the game, because the game clearly needs content. It still has a community. We accept that, so let's bring in external people to help out, right? Just from that, it's very clear that they understand that their hands are a little bit full. They're working on Starfield. Then they have Elder Scrolls 6, and they confirm themselves publicly after Elder Scrolls 6 will be Fallout 5. So based on that timeline, we're talking, in my opinion, like year 2030 plus. Like it's not happening anytime soon. And Todd himself has publicly said that we get it. Like we wish that we could pump out games faster, but we just can't. But maybe them being willing to let other studios work on 76 is, again, the wheel starting to turn and the seed starting to sow of BGS starting to open up the Fallout franchise potentially to another studio. And if it's going to happen, pick it. You would. If you were in Todd's shoes or BGS's shoes, you would pick another Xbox studio. That makes the most sense in terms of like retaining a semblance of creative control. It doesn't matter who they, you know what? No, it doesn't matter who they would allow to create the next Fallout game. That's not Fallout 5. Let's call it Fallout New Vegas 2. Doesn't matter who it was. BGS is going to have a huge level of creative control. I don't think that if you remember the interviews around Fallout New Vegas, BGS openly said that we actually didn't really have much of a hand in Fallout New Vegas. Obsidian kind of did their thing, right? But I think it would be different with another Fallout game. I think that BGS probably would want to, take care of their baby a little bit more. They've held it a little bit longer. It's become more a part of their DNA since Fallout New Vegas days. I think they would want to, exert more of a creative control than they did during the Fallout New Vegas development, right? So it probably, in that sense, doesn't really matter whether it's an Xbox-owned studio or not. But I still think it makes more sense for them to reach out to an Xbox studio just because they are an Xbox studio themselves. They're an Xbox company. It makes sense to keep it in the family. And again, you know the repertoire, you know the skill set of Obsidian and all the developers that work there. If there's anyone that you would trust to work on a full Fallout game, it would be them. This is not like, oh, they're a studio that could help us create some content for Fallout 76. That's different, right? Obsidian is well known. They've worked on the franchise before. They've created an incredible game with Fallout New Vegas. And you can hear, you can see the passion seething from all of the developers, all the staff there. They would clearly give up anything, I think, to work on another Fallout game. But And it's not even just that. Now it's also the question of timing. Like, when would it actually happen? Because if it's not going to happen until after Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed, and then, I'm going to do a video on Avowed because I have no idea what's happening with that game. But let's say hypothetically it's after Avowed, right? We're probably talking 5, 6, 7 years for Obsidian to make another Fallout game. Is that too long? I think that's too long too. Like, I love the Fallout franchise. This huge weight that we get between Fallout games and Bethesda Game Studios games, it hurts. It hurts at times. I mean, give you an example. Look at my channel now. I'm trying to cover other content, and that's me accepting that there's not much Fallout news to go around right now. You know what I mean? Like, this has become the... sad is the wrong word, but I'm going to use it for lack of a better term right now. It's kind of a sad reality when it comes to the Fallout franchise right now. We have Fallout 76 doing its thing, but like, I've personally reached my almost limit with that game. Like, I had a great time playing it. I had a great time working on it, but I'm looking for different stuff right now. I would absolutely love a Fallout New Vegas 2. I would absolutely love something different in the Fallout franchise. And I wish Obsidian would make it, and if they were able to, great. They clearly want to, but that's still 6 years away, potentially 6, 7 years, in my opinion. So maybe we should be giving it to someone else. Maybe because of timing, Obsidian might not be the best studio, unfortunately. Like, if another studio... Hey, this is the problem, though. I'm rambling, but I don't care. Like, even if today BGS went to another studio and said, we want you to work on another Fallout game, standalone Fallout game, kind of like Fallout New Vegas, how long is it going to take them? Minimum 4 years, but probably longer too. It doesn't matter which way we go. It's sad. It's exciting that Obsidian still want to make another Fallout game. I think they're going to make it happen. I think they're going to talk to the powers that be at Xbox and be like, you know what, Mr. Spencer, Phil, look, bro, like we've been an Xbox studio, Bethesda Game Studios, they're an Xbox studio. Can we just make it happen? We'll make a bunch of money. Let's do it. It's going to be great for Game Pass. I think that conversation, if it's not happened already, it will happen eventually, right? And I reckon Obsidian is the studio with the highest chance to get approval to make another Fallout game, in my opinion. But if it's not going to be them, find someone right now, because otherwise it's going to, as soon as they get that approval, add 4 or 5 years. That's how long it's going to take. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about Obsidian's comments? What do you think about Obsidian working on another Fallout? And if it's not them because they've got too much on their plate, who would you have work on the next Fallout game? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, this has been Lone. Please take care of yourselves, and would you kindly keep fighting the good fight.